Hey guys, it's your girl Coco, and I'm back, and I'm back, and I'm back, back, back. Hey, hey, hey. ah, well, today I'm here because I want to talk about love after lockup, and that's the reason why I came to YouTube. That's what actually brought me to YouTube, love after lockup. But I want to talk about a couple, Daonte and Nicolle. Like, they were the couple that really bought season 3, because season 3 was really, really boring. Season 3 reminded me of season 1. They really didn't have any interesting people. They were not interesting. They didn't have a real storyline. Season 2 was the shit. I'm not even gonna lie. But this season and first season was kind of boring. But Daonte and Nicolle bought it this season. They had the best storyline. But Daonte is like 34, Nicolle is like 24. So they have like a 10-year age difference. Nicolle is a little white girl and Daonte is a black dude. And y'all, I'm not even gonna lie. When I first seen Love After Lockup this season, I thought Daonte was a little funny looking. But the more I looked at him and the more I follow him, because I also follow him on IG. And he does a lot of live. He goes on live a lot. Daonte has became handsome to me. Like, he's handsome and I think he's sexy as hell. He's kind of like a slender, small type dude, but he's cut up because he work out a lot. So like he's like muscular and like he's sexy to me. I think he's sexy. I get with him. But Daonte, I think he like white girls. Um, he say he's open to dating whoever. Like, he don't discriminate. He don't have any preference. He would date a white, a Mexican, an Asian, but he also says that he's a sucker for love for blonde haired women, for white blonde haired women. He's a sucker for them. Like, so that let us know that that's his preference. I mean, even though he would date other races and other nationalities, but his preference is a white blonde haired woman. And you could tell because he went crazy over this little chick, and she young, dumb, and naive, and just didn't really know what she had with Daonte. I mean, even if she really didn't like Daonte, girl, you had a winner. Like, girl, you were supposed to work that to your advantage. But of course, being 24, young, dumb, and naive, she didn't know how to work that, and she lost them. Who knows? Who knows? But she might not have had. I don't know. But as of today, it seems like Daonte is still single. But they met, Nicolle been locked up for like 4 years, and they had started dating like the last year and a half of her incarceration. And Daonte has spent like $30,000 on her since she been locked up. So the day of her release, oh, and take you back, he also snuck a ring in jail. While he went to go visit her, he also snuck a ring in the jail for her. So in his mind, he thought that they were engaged, but Nicolle had other plans. So she was just milking him for what she can while she was locked up, which a lot of them do. Because I just found out, watching Love After Lockup, I just found out that there is an inmate pen pal website. And that's how a lot of these people, that's how a lot of these inmates are meeting these civilians, from this website. And it's good to know, because if I ever get locked up for anything, Lord forbid, if I ever have to do some time for anything, I know what website to go on. Like, I know. But anyway, so the day upon her release, when she gets out, Daonte thinking that she's coming home with him, but Nicolle has other plans. Again, she have it in her head she's not going home with him. She didn't play him for the last year and a half, so she figured in her head that she's going to continue to play him. Anyway, when he goes and picks her up from the jail or whatever, he hands her this envelope, and this envelope has some money in, I think like $1,000 or whatever. So they get to his house, and he has it all set up, all beautiful. He have like these hearts in the middle of the floor as soon as you walk in, with rose petals, candles. Then you go in the room. The room all set up, all beautiful. He had rose petals on the bed. He has candles lit. Like, it was beautiful. I would have been happy and appreciative, and I think that probably would have made me fall in love with him if somebody had did that for me after being locked up for 4 years and then coming home, and this is what I'm coming home to. You give me $1,000 in an envelope, and then I go to your house and all this is set up. But that's not even it. He got her over top of the $30,000 that he done spent on her while she was locked up. He done spent like $3,000 in gifts for her for when she came home. He done got her like an iPhone, iPad, Michael Kors watch, purse, like 3 pairs of Jordans, some pink outfits, Victoria's Secret lingerie. And again, like I said, the envelope of money when he went to go pick her up. So she like, oh, Daonte, this is nice and da-da-da-da-da-da. But take you back, when they was on their way to Daonte's house, that they was talking. And she let Daonte know at that time that she wasn't staying the night with him. Like, she was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable. I want to go to my mom's house. Because she keeps saying she have anxiety from being with somebody because she been locked up for 4 years and she haven't been with anybody for 4 years. So she have anxiety, as she say. So anyway, he's been understanding about it. You know, he's trying to be understanding. So he takes her to her house, gives her gifts and all that. So she like, wow, woo woo. She's happy. Of course she's happy. And because, you know, she seemed like she's a materialistic person, but like she was really, really happy with the gifts. However, he still had to drop her off at his mom's house when she went to his house and got his gifts. Well, this is what the show. I don't know how long she was really at his house because, you know, they do a lot of editing. But it made it seem like she went to his house, got the gifts, and then he had to drop her off at her mom's house, which it probably went like that for real because Nicolle really wasn't interested in Daonte. She was just interested in what he was doing for her. So anyway, so the next day he goes and picks her up from her mom's house, you know, takes her to the salon because she wants these little long extensions and she wants her hair done and she wants to look like a lady. So while she's getting her hair done, because Daonte plans on taking her out to dinner later on. So while she's getting her hair done, he's out shopping for her a dress and all. So when he returns back to the salon, he has a dress for her. So she gets dressed in the salon. And she had like this little red dress on. Like she looked nice. Look, she looked nice in her little red dress. Her little red devil dress. And her little blonde long extensions. You know, she just looking like a little devil. But you know, but that just is what it is. But anyway, they goes out to dinner. And his boy Derek, is like really not feeling her. He wasn't feeling her the whole time they was dating because he felt like Daonte was taking care of her and she was just using him for his money, which she was, and we all see that. Now, I'm taking y'all back because like the whole season of Love After Lockup had went. So now they in Life After Lockup. They're in Life After Lockup right now. So this is an ongoing episodes of their life, like what they're doing now. Some couples in Love After Lockup didn't make it to Life After Lockup because they didn't even make it as soon as the inmate came home. Like it was a problem as soon as they came home. So they didn't even make it to Life After Lockup. But Nicolle and Daonte did. So after that, okay. So when it goes to dinner or whatever, you know, so Derek is like grilling her, you know, like, what you want with my friend? Like, you know, are you using him? So she like, you know, it's between me and Daonte. Like, you really don't have anything to do with this. So she brought her little friend with her, you know, I guess to make her feel comfortable because she knows she really wasn't trying to go out to dinner with her. With him. She knows she wasn't trying to go to dinner with Daonte by herself or whatever, which she might have would have, just to get that money, but she wanted her friend along and he brought his friend along. So she's trying to co-sign, oh, Nicolle talked about him so much when he was locked up. Yeah, she probably did talk about him a lot. She probably talked about how much he was taking care of her, how much money he done spent on her, and how she's going to gank him when she gets out. Yeah, she probably was talking about him a whole lot. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Like, you know, like he done spent over $30,000. He done snuck her a ring in there. So why wouldn't you talk about how you gonna use this dude when you get out? But anyway, in the midst of her being in the hair salon getting her hair done, she's telling the lady that's doing her hair that she just had sex with another inmate. She also started a relationship with another inmate while she was in there. Tia is her boo. Tia is who she really wants. So anyway, so they talking about a Nicolle incarceration or whatever. So Daonte come with her dress. She get her dress. So they get dressed. She get dressed. So they go to dinner. Like I said, Derek is grilling her woo woo. So after dinner, Daonte drops her off, but he's feeling some type of way. Like he's not feeling like this vibe is off. This vibe isn't right. Like, shit, you acting funny, da-da-da. So when he drops her off, Nicolle never goes in the house. She sits on the porch. Daonte goes down the street and parks. So her ex-boyfriend, Zach, that she has been talking to since she's been home behind Daonte back, had pulled up. So when Daonte seen that, Zach goes and pick Nicolle up. So when they get in the car, as soon as they pull off, Daonte comes, skirt, he jumps out. Hey, what's going on, Nicolle? What's up with you? Da-da-da. So he at Zach's window like, shit, what's going on, bro? This is my girl, this and that, da-da-da. So Zach like, I don't know what's going on. I ain't know nothing about you. I didn't know that she's supposed to have a dude. You know, she hit me. Da-da-da-da-da. So Nicolle over there looking like, oh my God, Daonte, why are you doing this? Like she over there looking stupid in the mud. She looking real, real stupid. Okay, so after that, she spends the night with Zach. So she comes back the next morning. So her mom is in a lesbian relationship with another woman. They married. And so her parents, they her parents now, you know. So her parents like, Nicolle, like, that ain't cool, you know. If you don't want Daonte, then just let him know. But, you know, but stringing him along and playing him like that is not cool. So she like, oh, mom, da-da-da, you know. So they kind of like had this little conversation. And Nicolle really isn't trying to hear what her mom is trying to say, which her mom is really telling her some real stuff. But Nicolle really isn't trying to hear it because she has an agenda. So she ain't trying to hear anything that anybody have to say about her using Daonte because that's her agenda. So anyway, so he goes, okay. So after that, she hooks up with Tia. Her and Tia been talking the whole time. So finally, her and Tia get to hook up. So they hooks up. Or whatever shit, they go out to lunch, but they go get a room, but they never have sex because Nicolle got too drunk to where she couldn't even deal with it or whatever. So they having to talk. Nicolle is telling Tia about Daonte or whatever. So she was like, well, what you gonna do? And she was like, well, I want to be with you. So, you know, so Tia and Nicolle decides to meet up with Daonte, which Nicolle was meeting up with him personally. Tia stayed in the car for a minute anyway, because that was Nicolle's time to tell Daonte that she was in a relationship with Tia. So they're out there talking. So Tia ended up walking up. So, you know, so now it's out in the open. You know, Daonte like, who was you? Da-da-da-da-da. So, like, now it's out in the open. This is Tia. So they like introducing. So Nicolle is introducing Daonte and Tia, like, you know, so she likes it. This is my Tia, this is who I want to be with, da-da-da-da. So anyway, after that, okay, after Daonte haven't talked to her, because Daonte wasn't feeling that. Like, his feelings was kind of hurt. Like, you know, like, I done spent all this money on you. I thought me and you was going to be together. I thought you was going to come home to me. I thought me and you was going to get married. But, you know, the whole time you on this. So, you know, time went on. Daonte friend D, Derek, had introduced him to a female, which really wasn't Daonte type. And Daonte went on a date with her, but I believe he only went on a date with her because Derek talked him into it. But you could tell during the date, he wasn't really interested. He wasn't really interactive. Like, he was just so checked out. He was checked out of the date, and you could see it. So anyway, he goes and so after that he goes to see his mom. His mom don't like his mom do not like Nicolle because she felt like Nicolle is out to use him. And before he got with Nicolle, he was with a chick named Chelsea. A chick named Chelsea that he met on the website. Also, before Nicolle, she got out, they was together, used him high and dry to the point he lost his place and had to move in with his mother. So his mother like, dude, if she do you the same way that the last chick did you, you on your own. You can't come back in here. Like, you know, because you just making dumb decisions. And why you keep going after these inmates? You know, you have so much going for yourself. You was a Marine. You got a good job. You live on your own. You know, you got a nice amount of money going on for yourself. Like, she just don't understand why he keep going after these inmates. And I don't understand it either, Daonte. You have so many women out here that's single that can give you what you want when you want it. Take y'all back. Daonte had a sex doll named Nicolle Jr. that was just like the torso, like the neck, and just this part from the neck to the coochie part. And that's what he used to get off on the whole year and a half that Nicolle had left in jail. He used to have sex with this doll. Called her Nicolle Jr. So he thought about Nicolle when he's inserting himself in this doll. Like, that was kind of creepy and weird, but I guess to stay loyal to your person, I guess that's what you do. I'm not about to get no doll, but I guess that's what you do when you want to stay faithful and loyal. But she wasn't faithful and loyal because she just had sex a week before she got released with another inmate. But anyway, so his mom is like, what are you doing, dude? Like, but Chelsea, the chick that he had before Nicolle, I can't say, even though she used him and she dried him out of all his money to the point he didn't have any more money, couldn't pay his bills or anything, to where he had to move back in with his mother. I can't say the difference between her and Nicolle was she actually gave him some attention. She actually gave him some XCX, you know, and she actually paid him attention. That's what I can't say. Nicolle wasn't trying to let this man touch her at all. Like, you know. So they go to so one time they had went to Daonte's house, and he pulled out the lingerie that he had bought her, and he wanted her to put it on, and like she was like, she really didn't want to put it on for her, but she did. But she was like, you can't touch. She made Daonte sit on his hands and everything. So she kind of like grinded on him a little bit or whatever. And then she stopped and she was like, okay, no more. We can't have sex until I get a boob job. I need some boobs. My boobs are little. I need a boob job. So if you want some of this, you have to give me, you have to pay for me a boob job. So he like, huh? Woo, woo, woo. So she walk off and go in the room. So he looking like he's left looking like a little sad puppy. You know, he's at the door, hanging on the door like, don't do this to me. Like, you know, she didn't really tease the man. I'm like all over the place with this story. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling the story, but I'm missing stuff. So, like, I'm jumping back. But if you can follow, please follow. I'm sorry for it. I'm trying to give a whole season of Love After Lockup, and now they into Life After Lockup. So I'm trying to recap all of this, and like I'm missing little pieces. So I'm trying to go back and put the little pieces in there. So I'm sorry, y'all. Just follow me. I'm sorry. But anyway, okay. So after Tia, okay. So remember I said her and Tia had met him. So Nicolle could tell him that she's with Tia and that she no longer want to deal with him. Okay, so 4 months later, in the midst of him having a date and all that other stuff, 4 months go by. She calls him out the blue. And she like, I want to talk to you. So he's happy because he's feeling like Nicolle is missing him. He's feeling like Tia isn't doing her right and this and that, da-da-da. So he goes and meet her, but come to find out she's meeting him because she's trying to proposition him for like a poly relationship. She's trying to get him to do this poly relationship thing with her and Tia. But the thing about it was she really didn't want no real relationship with him and Tia. She really wanted to be with Tia. She just wanted him to hang out with them and foot the bill, because she said it because Daonte like, look, I guess I probably could do this if I close my eyes or whatever. I might could mess with Tia or da-da-da-da, because Tia is like a stud. So Tia was like, that's not the plan. Like, I don't want to mess with you like that. You know what I'm saying? So Nicolle, like, I think you got the wrong impression of what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about is I just want you to hang out with us, you know, because she wanted him to be able to hang out, her and Ted have fun on his expense. That's what she wanted. So he like, huh? So him and Ted kind of had words sitting at the table. So him and Ted kind of had words sitting at the table, and he like, bro, I'm a Marine. Like, girl, I will fuck you up. Like, for real. Like, shit, you think you a man, girl, but you better stay in a woman's place, because you ain't ready for this. And I don't think Tia was ready for it either. And then Nicolle gonna say in her commentary, like, Tia might beat Daonte up, girl. Daonte will crush Tia. Like, you know, I don't want Daonte crushing Tia, because she's a woman. Even though she's out here acting like a man, she's a woman. And I don't want him putting his hands on her, crushing her, because this man is trained to kill, and he's also trained to kill with his hands, not only with a gun. He's trained to kill with his hands. He know them points. He know them pressure points, girl, that will put you out. I don't want him doing that to Tia, because she ain't worth it. But anyway, so after that, so him and Tia gets into it, whatever. So Daonte get mad, so he leaves, and that's it for that scene. So then later on, like, he goes to his mom's house to visit his mom. So his mom like asking him like, what's going on? How you been? What's going on with your love life? So he tell his mom that that Nicolle had propositioned him for a poly relationship. So his mom was like, what? Like, what's wrong with her? Like, and what did you say? Like, and he was like, I said, I don't know. I got to think about it. Well, his mom like, what? Did I drop you and bump you on your head when you was a baby? Like, what's wrong with you? Because she cannot understand why he keep going after this inmate, after these inmates, and he has so much going on for himself. Like, his mom just can't understand it, you know, and he's a handsome guy. Like, he's a handsome guy. So, he like, nah. So Daonte figure in his head that if he do this poly relationship, then Nicolle will eventually be his, and Tia will eventually fade out. That's what he got in his head. But just don't know that Nicolle just not into you at all. Tia is who she wants. Tia is really who she wants. But so his mom like, what the hell is wrong with you? Nicolle pops up at his job like a few weeks later to let him know that she's engaged, because take you back a little bit. Tia had ended up proposing to Nicolle because she don't want to see her life without Nicolle. She loved Nicolle, whatever. So she ended up proposing to Nicolle. So Nicolle had went to Daonte's job to let him know that she's engaged, like, crush that man hard. Like, that man was so hurt. I was like, oh my God, like, Nicolle, you just love giving it to this man. You love sticking it to him. Hurt people hurt people. I'm going to tell you, hurt people. She wanted to, because she didn't have to let him know. Like, you wasn't talking to him. He already know that you with Tia now. Like, so there really wasn't no need for you going to his job and letting him know that you was about to get married. I feel like you did that on purpose and shit, just to try to hurt the man. That's how I feel, because you hurt him. So anyway, after that, his mom had came to his house after that, probably like a couple weeks later or whatever. His mom came to his house, and she was coming to cook for him, because she said she was worried about him. She was like, I've been thinking about you. I'm worried about you. I'm just coming to cook for you, talk to you, whatever. So she was like, what's been going on? or whatever. So he talking to her. So his friend D end up coming over too. Derek end up coming over too. So him and Derek is talking. So Derek like, what's going on? So he was like, nothing. He was like, Nicolle called me. She came to my job. She popped up at my job. So Derek was like, she popped up at your job. So he looked in the kitchen, look at his mother and was like, did you hear that? She popped up at his job. So his mother stopped what she was doing. She came to the little alleyway. She was like, what you mean she popped up to your job? So he was like, yeah, she popped up to the job to let me know that she was engaged. And so she was engaged. So his mother was like, stop the bus. Stop the damn bus. You mean to tell me she came to your job to tell you that she was engaged? So he was like, yeah. And I think she really wanted me to come to the wedding. I think that's why she came and told me, because she really wanted me to come to the wedding. So they like, well, what you gonna do? You gonna go to the wedding or what? Like, so he looking like, I don't know, I might. Like, so his mom was like, look, when she's doing her commentary, she's like, I don't know what's wrong with him. Like, because he had it in his head that it was going to be him and Nicolle forever. He was going to end up marrying her, but now here she is engaged to somebody else that quick. Like, so they let you know she was already dealing with her, but the conversation that him and his mom had before D got there, like, his mom was like, look, I understand that you want love, you want to find love, you want that wife, you want that family. I get it. I understand it. Like, we all want it, but you're going about it all the wrong way. And Daonte, you are. Not saying inmates won't be good for you, because sometimes people locked up for doing something, like, sometimes we make mistakes. Like, you know what I'm saying? And just because you locked up really don't mean that you are a criminal. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been your first and only time ever getting in some trouble, and it just landed you some years. Like, that could happen. Like, all inmates aren't bad inmates. But I feel where his mom coming from. You keep getting on these websites, choosing these women that's not here to help you, support you, love you the way that you want to be loved. But, hey, it is what it is. But anyway, next week is the next episode. I will do a recap on what's going on next week. I think Nicolle and Ted might be getting married next week. They show a picture with Daonte with a tux on. So I hope he didn't go to that wedding. But that's what it looked like. It looked like he actually attended that wedding. But we will see next week. Next week, I will come back with another recap on what happened with the wedding. But until then, thanks for checking my video out. Please like, subscribe to my channel and help a girl get in these YouTube streets. Until then, I see you later. Bye.